All right, guys, how's it going? Welcome to another live stream. Better late than never. We're a little bit late, but that's okay. We got something pretty neat to talk about. It's not going to be a super long live stream, but as you saw in the title, something that we reported on some time ago, guys, is Wrapify worth it? So in this live stream, I'm going to talk to you about my experience with Wrapify. We're going to show you the insides of the app. We're going to show you a little bit of the website, and we're going to let you really weigh for yourself if this is something that you want to do, because Wrapify is a system that in theory lets you make $200, $300 plus dollars per month. And if you're on the road, if you're a rideshare driver, if you're doing delivery in the gig economy and you're using your car, Wrapify could be the perfect opportunity app for you, but there's caveats. And again, is it worth it? Is it something that I recommend? We're going to answer that question in this live stream. So let me know where you guys are joining from. Excited to be here for another live stream. Chocolate Slayer, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Interesting, guys. Is this worth it? So what is Wrapify? If you don't know what this is, Wrapify is a system. Why not just show you guys? We're going to go right into our display capture mode and show you their website. So Wrapify is a system. It's an app that, as you can see in these the footage that we're watching right now, it, quite like the name implies, wraps your car and compensates you for doing so. The wrap itself is free. The wrap is no charge to you, and you can choose partial wraps. You don't have to wrap your whole car, or you can choose full wraps, your entire car, or you can just choose a panel wrap, the side of your car. So those of you just joining, let me know where you're watching from. We're going over Wrapify because we're all about the gig economy on this channel. And again, if you're a rideshare driver especially, this may work for you. But again, there's a caveat here we're going to talk about today. So that's Wrapify. Let's scroll down. And you can see here, trusted by some big names. I think you recognize that one right there. So there's a video here about how to get started. We're not going to go into that. But check out this little animation here. Step 1, download the Wrapify app. Awesome, cool. There we go, there it is. We're scrolling through our animation here. Step 2, drive with the app. Okay, easy enough. Step 3, get matched to campaigns. And if we just rewind here, you can see the campaigns mean different companies. Different wrap opportunities. And you can see some of the companies there: Bud Light, Microsoft, Petco, TriNet, Google. Okay, how much can I make doing this, right? Let's get into, again, this is the how-to. Well, a walkthrough and overview, really. And we're going to talk to you about my experience and if I recommend it or not. Let's see you guys in the live chat. I believe we're caught up with the live chat. So how much can you make? As we mentioned, there's 3 different options. You can do a small panel wrap, you can do a partial car wrap, or you can do a full wrap. The panel wrap, you can see earnings estimations, $84 to $140 per month. And again, this is put on your car and no charge to you. It's free. And the removal is free as well. So just using your car as such, you can earn an extra $84 to $140 per month. What is that based on? It's based on how many miles you drive per day. If you're driving during what their analytics has determined are the peak hours for exposure of this advertisement, and how visible your ad is, right? You're going to get more and more money the bigger wrap that you do. Let's look at the partial. I like how this one looks. You can see it takes about 3/4 of the car here. This one is highlighting Bud Light. So for this partial wrap, you can make $196 to $280 per month. That sounds even better. Again, you're providing the brand with more exposure, a bigger ad, and based on where and when you drive during the day, during the week, depends on if you get closer to the $196 or the $280. Let's look at the all-in full car wrap. As you saw in the thumbnail, this one from heal.com, showing a full car wrap, you can make $264 minimum, based on their estimation, to $450 plus just for driving, just for doing what you're going to do anyway, right? Again, rideshare drivers, delivery drivers, anyone in the gig economy that's using their car, you may be driving a lot of miles per day, right? 200 miles a day. If you guys are commuting from city to city, it could be more than 200 a day. Easy. And you can make about 450 bucks. Okay, awesome. So let's come back here. Let's turn off our display capture there. Chocolate Slayer brings up a good point. Is it allowed for rideshare? Right now, there's some controversy with Uber if this is allowed with rideshare. And I really haven't heard anything from Lyft. If you guys are currently using Wrapify, or if you've started the process of using Wrapify with Lyft, especially Lyft, let us know in the live chat right here. Or if you're watching this in the rebroadcast, let us know if you've been communicating with Lyft. Here's the thing with Uber, is there's been some controversy of drivers signing up using Wrapify with Uber, and Uber contesting it, saying, no, you're not allowed to do this. Obviously, this opens up a whole dialogue of, hey, wait a minute, I'm an independent contractor. I can do what I want, especially with my own vehicle. Uber, am I not an independent contractor? Can I not drive whenever I want? I can drive the car that I want, the car that I own, rent, what have you. Why can't I choose to do what I want with my vehicle, with my own vehicle, right? Uber has said no. They have said no. And if you guys follow Kevin the Apptopreneur, we just did a podcast live stream yesterday talking about a few things Uber. Kevin currently is in the process of removing a Wrapify, again, campaign is what it's labeled, and encountering some problems with Uber saying, hey, you have to remove that before we activate you again on the system. So we can get his thoughts if he watches the rebroadcast or he happens to jump in this live stream, but keep that in mind, especially if you're a rideshare driver, you may do this. You may want to contact support and ask this question specifically, but even better, you may want to stop into a Greenlight hub and get face-to-face answers from some Uber reps. And I would even recommend maybe escalating that. Say, here's another idea, is get it in writing. And you're speaking to the rep at the Greenlight hub, say, before I sign up for this, or say you've already signed up and you've been offered a campaign, right? The wrap on your car, the campaign. Say, listen, before I do this, because I'm right at the point of accepting a campaign, is this allowed on your platform and can I get it in writing? If it is allowed, right? If it's allowed on the platform, why wouldn't they let you get it in writing? Be very wary if they say, yes, but we can get it to you in writing, right? For whatever reasons, why not? If that's your policy, if that's your official statement, I need it in writing. Can you send me an email right now? I'll watch you do it through your system to my driver profile, from your Uber profile stating that this is okay. So keep that in mind. Now, if you're delivery, go for it, right? Grubhub, Amazon Flex, DoorDash. If you're doing TaskRabbit stuff, now, hey, I have not combed over every single terms of service. So take that for what it's worth. You may want to double down and comb through the terms of service for each of those apps. And if it is not allowable on one of those apps, make sure you, again, look at the terms of service. But being an independent contractor, we should be allowed to do what we want with our vehicles that we're simply using their platform for, right? Amazon Flex, all of those ones, Uber and Lyft. I see you guys in the live chat. Francisco says, how much do you earn? Part-timer, thanks for joining. I saw you in the podcast. Says, signed up a while ago and still waiting. And we're going to talk about that. Time. We're going to talk about time today with Wrapify. What do I mean by that? We're going to get into that. So guys, check it out. Do you remember this? We have done, and I can never point in the right direction, we've done a video on Wrapify, and look at the time. 3 months ago, we brought this to your attention. And if this is in the rebroadcast, I'll link the replay of that video up here. This was actually another live stream you can see, but that's when we introduced you to Lime charging. We have a playlist on Lime charging and Wrapify. So it's been 3 months. It's been 90 plus days of myself signed up for Wrapify. We're going to talk about that part-timer. Timothy, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. We're talking about Wrapify today, guys. Again, talking about the gig economy, things you can actually complement with Rideshare. You know, again, maximizing your earnings for the time that you're going to be on the road anyway, right? I want to make sure you and myself can make the most money when you're going to be on the road anyway. That's what cargo is great for. If you're a rideshare driver and you have not signed up for cargo, go for it, give it a try. Link is down below in the description. Things like this, right? If you're on the road anyway, doing the same, you're driving the same miles, imagine having Wrapify, getting $400 a month extra, getting $100 on average a month with cargo. That's $500 using 2 systems that you didn't have. That's an extra $500 every single month, but it's not guaranteed. Let's start talking about time with Wrapify and my point about time. Chocolate Slayer, why does Uber have a say? So aren't we independent contractors? That's the exact conflict here is I absolutely think that you and I should be able to use Wrapify with Rideshare, okay? And they're not giving campaigns out to everybody either. As an independent contractor, I can't see any real grounds to say you can't use a car wrap when on Rideshare. I mean, aesthetically, I get they want all cars to perhaps look like normal cars. Now, they have said before in the terms of service, you can't have any taxi paint jobs. You can't have any taxi or, transportation, I guess, esque, paint jobs or whatever they called it. That was in the verbiage, and that's been in there for a long time. You can't drive any, I know they've even had, town cars on Uber that you couldn't use that may be dated. But the point being is they've had some policies about car appearance. And I think this is something that may have been overlooked. I don't know. I can't even remember seeing this in the terms of service. And now it's kind of maybe like, oops, there's this new system that we really didn't think about with our platform, but we don't want you guys to use it. There's the controversy. Chocolate Slayer, I'm glad you love cargo. Guys, Chocolate Slayer's using cargo and having a lot of success with it. I'm glad to hear it. Again, cargo is an in-car system for rideshare drivers, specifically Uber drivers. And there's millions of you out there perhaps watching this video as an Uber driver. If you want to make more money, $100 a month on average with a free system, that's not going to cost you any money. I'll repeat that. $100 a month on average for a free system that doesn't cost you anything. Sign up for cargo. We got tons of videos on it. We even have a playlist. Again, sign up with the links below and check out some of those videos if you want some more information. I'm glad you're having success with that, Chocolate Slayer. Timothy Wong says, here in Milwaukee, I just saw last week a taxi with a small lettering, and he just covered it up with an Uber magnet. Okay. So it was a taxi painted vehicle, also driving on Uber. And I know in the past, Uber and Lyft have required pictures of your vehicle. I'm not sure if drivers are finding a way around that, or if Uber and Lyft just aren't asking enough. There's that as well, perhaps. Robert. Oh, there you are. Here we are live right now, Robert. Absolutely. Talking about Wrapify. Scuba Music. I really wish cargo was an indie. I see no downside to that system. I mean, it's not a cargo live stream. I'm a big fan of it. I was lucky enough to partner with Cargo to make a big announcement video for drivers, and we're seeing a lot of success. And I know there's some drivers that are skeptical, but again, check out those videos. And every single concern I've heard, there's a smart resolution for, and sometimes even just misinformation. But let's circle back here. Let's look more about Wrapify here, because let me show you something. Should we look in the website? Would you guys like to see more of the website analytics or the app analytics first? Let me know in one of these days. I'll find the orientation. Let me know in the live chat. Do you want to see the website analytics first, or what the app looks like? The app analytics, the interface. Let's jump into this and let's show you guys a little bit more. Timothy Wong. Oh, there it is. It finally worked. Timothy Wong, you're awesome. An $8 super chat, taking control of the entire space, guys. If you didn't know, Timothy Wong just took control of the office here, affecting the Philips Hue. There we go. Philips Hue Go. It's a portable, what do we want to call it? I don't know. It's a portable light that changes color. But you can control it via the internet, and Timothy just did it. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. That is awesome. Everything's nicely framed here today too. App or website? We're choosing in 10 seconds, guys. I'm going to show you something. Let's show you the app. Let's show you the app, guys. So let's take this off. There we go. So I'm now showing you right now live my Wrapify app. So the premise with Wrapify is every single time you drive, you're going to open the Wrapify app, and the app's going to log your miles. Excuse me. The app's going to log your miles, okay? They're using that mileage log to determine if they're going to give you a campaign, right? And I would imagine which campaign they're going to offer you. Again, it depends on when you drive and where you drive. And guys, I signed up. Let's finally circle back about time. I did sign up 3 months ago when we talked about that initial video, and I have not received a campaign. I've been driving with Wrapify for basically every day, and I'm going to show you these numbers right here. I have not received a campaign, but I don't think that should necessarily discourage you from signing up, and here's why. If this is something you want to do, again, it doesn't cost you anything. You know, you can download the app, you can drive with the app. If you don't receive a campaign, you're no worse off, right? You're in the same position, and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you are interested, you can download it, give it a try. But here in San Diego, and you're going to see the analytics here. I'm not driving a ton of miles, I guess, but I'm driving a good amount because I'm on the road with the delivery and the scooters. But I have not received a campaign. Again, excuse me. But if you're in LA or if you're in some other markets that have Wrapify, there may be a bigger demand. Anyway, check it out. So, yes, right here. 36 miles today. And here's the thing, guys, is you always have to have the Wrapify app open. And let me do this real quick, because we are going to switch it back up on you. The Philips Hue is back up for grabs. So, back up. You have to always have the app open. You always have to have Wrapify open when you drive. There's been a good amount of times where I forgot to open the Wrapify app and it can't log your miles, right? Because it has to be open, much like, you know, the mileage tracking apps that you guys may use for expense tracking, right? So there's that. I don't think that's hurting me a ton because I forget here and there, but you know, hey, those are lost miles. So today, 36 miles, right? And we have yet to go out to get some scooters. We're going to do that later tonight. Check it out. This week, 175 miles. Again, I feel like I've forgotten a lot recently, to be honest, to keep this app open. So consider that too. Maybe if you're a forgetful person, put a post-it note, some kind of reminder to always keep this app open, because you have to have it open to get these analytics and the tracking. 175 miles, it's Thursday right now. That's not a lot of miles, which makes me think that I forgot a good amount of miles. I know, especially when I'm out and about doing the scooters and delivery, sometimes I get so caught up in being so busy, I simply forget to hit that one more app on because everything else is going on. So to keep that in mind. Next, some more analytics, and you can see why it's important to keep the app open, obviously, and why it's important that if you drive a lot of miles, you can look more attractive to who? To Wrapify and also to advertisers, because advertisers want the driver who's driving a ton of miles, that's driving during peak hours, and I'm going to show you what peak hours look like. Let's just keep going. This number looks a little bit more, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, not impressive, but substantial, yeah. Almost 2,600 miles since I signed up with Wrapify. 2,600 miles, and I've yet to receive a campaign. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing on Wrapify. Maybe I just don't meet the standards of when they would like a driver to drive, or how many miles they want them to drive. Or maybe just here in San Diego, there's not a lot of advertisers that are paying for ads, so supply and demand is evened out. There's no real need. They have enough campaigns. I don't know, but I still keep the app running because, again, you're no worse off. By the way, little timeout. If you guys have any questions about Wrapify or really anything, quickly in the gig economy, feel free to post those in the, there we go, in the live chat or down below if you're watching the rebroadcast. And real quick, if you guys are getting value from this live stream, from the content here on this channel, can you please leave a like on this video? It takes 2 seconds, shows me that you guys get value in the content, gets more people in here, more eyes on the channel, more people on the Your Driver Mike team, and of course, since we're on YouTube, there's a very important and big algorithm in that, and it boosts us in their almighty algorithm. If you haven't done so, it takes 2 seconds. It takes less time than I just took talking to you about that, didn't it? If you could please leave a like, that's awesome. So Francisco says, wait, can I just make money with Wrapify alone if I drive thousands of miles a month? Yeah, you can. That's a great point, Francisco. If you guys do not do anything in the gig economy, if you're not doing rideshare, you're not doing delivery, but you drive a ton of miles, absolutely, Wrapify is still an option for you. There's no mandate, there's no requirement that you do Uber, Lyft. So this just opened up, I think, the audience for a lot of people, because this doesn't just pertain to rideshare drivers or delivery drivers. This is anyone that drives, period. Anyone that drives. So if they're in your market, if you want to check them out, download it, and see if you qualify, right? And it's tough to know who qualifies, parameters, but again, hey, I mean, you're nowhere off. You're opening up an app, it's doing this, it's documenting miles, and that's about it. Okay, check it out. So here's the menu screen. If I click on campaigns, this is a screen where you're going to obviously get campaign offers from Wrapify. It says no campaign offers yet. We're in the process of matching you with advertisers. In order to qualify for campaigns, you need to log at least 50 miles. We need to drive at least 50 miles. We've done just a hair more than 50 miles. Keep driving and we'll send you a message when there are campaigns ready. Now, going back to Kevin, the entrepreneur, he has had Wrapify. I'm not sure if he's removed it yet or if he's renewed his campaign, but it took him a while, maybe even 6 months, I can't remember, to get a campaign, and then it just all of a sudden pops up there. Also, something to note is the advertiser, when giving you a campaign, will let you know how much money you're going to earn. I would recommend, if it's not the number you're thinking, If it's not high enough, I wouldn't accept it. Now, you don't necessarily have to accept it. Maybe other campaigns will come in because obviously you've met the requirements if someone sent you a campaign. So I know you may be eager to make some income from Wrapify, but once you do get a campaign, and some markets may be very hot for this. I don't know, obviously, every market, but if you get a campaign, maybe wait for the right one to come along. Francisco says, so Wrapify is unlimited miles. Well, it's your miles. Keep that in mind, right? Now, it doesn't pay necessarily by the mile. It doesn't pay by the mile, right? So if you drive more miles, they're not necessarily going to pay you more per mile. But if you drive more miles, they will pay you more per month. Okay, so just to clarify that, let's revisit that. They are not going to pay you, a quarter per mile. It doesn't work like that. They pay you a flat amount every month. But if you drive more miles, and if you drive more during the peak time, still that's hard to define what that is. They will pay you more. That, again, flat amount per month. They will pay you more there, but they won't necessarily pay you, by the mile. I hope that clarifies things. But yes, it does benefit to drive a lot of miles because it's going to make sense. More exposure. Your car is going to be exposed to more of an audience on the road. So we showed you the app. Let's jump out of the app here. And let's go back into the website because there's something else here I want to show you on the website. So let's jump into display capture mode. So here's our website, right? Let's keep rolling here. Advertise on vehicles nationwide with Wrapify. And then they feature some drivers here. Okay, so let's go to login. How to take a quick sip of water there. Okay, so driver login, obviously brands and agencies. We're driver, let's log in. Okay, here's the desktop version, obviously. Again, here's our all-time miles. 0 miles left to qualify. We only needed 50 miles. Here's what I want to show you. Right here. Driving history. Check this out. This is pretty interesting to see because it tracks, just like a lot of the Sherpa the expense tracking apps do per trip. They track your driving history. So if we zoom in, you can see I've been quite all over the San Diego area. And now, if you see these lines that are diagonally cutting through roads and it doesn't make any sense, most likely because, we drove halfway and didn't realize, and we didn't turn our app on, and then we turned it on. So there's no trip, right, per se. It just pinged on a certain road that we remembered to turn it on, and then it tracked from there. But you can see we've been pretty good distance over San Diego. Now I've been down to Imperial Beach. I have been down to National City down here. La Mesa, that makes sense. We have been up north. You can see up to Encinitas, up to Carlsbad area. So a few areas it looks like we didn't have our app on. But in general, we are all over. There's a lot of bars, restaurants over here. Bars and restaurants here. There's downtown, Balboa Park, college area where we're at, trendy area, more restaurants. So we've really been all over. We've touched a lot of demographics at different times. But check this out. This is our reporting, right? This is our reporting. and we're never in a hotspot. I'll click next. Still no in the hotspot. I'll click next again. So I'm not sure exactly what Wrapify would determine as a hotspot. Does that vary by time of day? Do hotspots move around like Surge would move around? So that would be good to learn if they could include a little bit more info for drivers. So this is the dashboard for our driving history. Obviously, we don't have any campaigns, no campaign offers, and then back to our dashboard. So let me ask you guys, knowing what you know now about Wrapify, we're pulling up our video that we did again the first time we talked about Wrapify. Do you think this is something that you'd be interested in trying? I'm just curious to download to see if it's something for you. I think the mileage tracking, I mean, that's easy enough, right? You're not doing anything different. You just track the miles. But would you consider, here's really the big question. Again, let's assume that it's going to be allowed on Rideshare, just for the conversation. Let's assume that it's okay. Would you consider wrapping your car with an advertisement, partially, right? The panel, your door. Would you do a 3/4 wrap, or would you do a full wrap? Remember, there's incentives for earnings. You earn more the bigger the wrap you do. Oh, by the way, how long does this take? Okay, generally they're 6-month campaigns to a year. So there is a good amount of commitment here. And the details come over when they supposedly give you the campaign, which I'm going to bring up here again for you. Again, right here on your phone, once they give you the campaign, they'll give you the details of pay and the duration. But generally, it's 6 to 12 months. It kind of makes sense, right? It costs Wrapify money to wrap your car. They're paying for that. So they want you to have it for more than like a month or two, right? Then they got to pay to take it off. So it makes sense they'd want it on your car for 6 months to a year. Think about that as well. You're going to have an advertisement on your car for 6 to 12 months, but you could be earning $400+ a month for nothing, for just driving. Once it's on there, that's a recurring check of $400+. Again, if you do a full wrap, if you're driving a lot of miles, what do you think? Would you explore this? Which category would you explore as far as wrap size? Let me know. Francisco says, can I just make money? Okay, we answered that question, driving a lot of miles. Hey, Nam Lee, thanks for joining. Nam Lee, in our podcast live stream yesterday, Nam Lee acted as a moderator over on Kevin's channel. Nam Lee says, I have my car wrap via Wrapify. And if so, let us know how it's going for you. A little bit more down below, I see Nam Lee says the hotspot is different for each person. You won't be given a hotspot, I tell you, start to complain. Interesting. So perhaps we should be getting a hotspot, especially if we've been driving for some time now. I think there's maybe some questions there we need to ask Wrapify. Chocolate Slayer says Wrapify is not for me. Joke's on you, creative name there. Says, another time that we're seeing this question is, can you use Wrapify while driving for rideshare? Joke's on you. There's been controversy if you can or not. Uber has told Kevin, the entrepreneur, again, we've collaborated with Kevin here on the channel, that he cannot have it while on Uber. And he'll have to get it removed before Uber reactivates him on the platform. I disagree with that. I mean, we're independent contractors, are we not? If we're independent contractors, why can't we take advantage of a program like this? It doesn't affect the passenger's experience, right? And Kevin actually said it makes it really easy because he tells passengers, hey, look for the car with a 24-hour fitness car wrap. You can't miss it. It looks like no other car on the road. So they're not giving out a ton of campaigns. It's not like you're going to have half of the Uber cars out there with wraps on their vehicles. That's not happening. So for Uber to tell you no, A, there's not a lot of campaigns, there's not a lot of cars with wraps. B, your platform is a passenger getting a ride. You're a transportation network. A car wrap doesn't affect the basis of that network, right? It's just aesthetics, right? If I chose to put window tint on my vehicle, that's just aesthetics. If I chose to upgrade the lighting, that's just aesthetics. But it doesn't affect the foundation of the transportation. So absolutely can see how there's controversy with Uber not allowing this. Now we'll keep an eye on this because that's something that's ongoing, and I'll let you guys know. Namely says, I'm using voice to text. Sorry if it sounds weird. No worries, Namely. Stay safe if you're on the road using the voice to text. The voice to text is tricky, guys. Trust me. But you got to stay safe. Hands-free in California. Hands-free in a lot of other states. So as we ask questions for you, I'm going to give my kind of final thoughts here as we wrap it up. But again, as we wrap it up, guys. Oh, no. As we wrap it. Pun, I guess pun not intended. We didn't plan that one, guys. Oh, man. Holy City Driver says some states are allow it at some airports. Some states, I think you meant do allow it, and some airports. And I think they should. I mean, I think Uber should allow, and Lyft should allow Wrapify, especially because this isn't really at scale. It's not a lot of wraps out there. So, what do you guys think? For you, perhaps not. Here's my thoughts on it. That I would do, and obviously I want to do it. I signed up for it. I would do it. I spent the 6-month campaign would be great. I think 12 months is a little much. But if I could get 300, ideally 350, superbly, ideally, of course, I want $400+ a month, but $300 minimum per month for a 6-month campaign on a full car wrap, I would do that. And I mean, I have an older vehicle. It's a 2010 Dodge Caliber. Excuse me. Why not? I mean, it's an older vehicle. I'm looking to get one in the next year or two. I mean, it's not going to affect anything. It doesn't damage your car's paint. It actually protects it, I would imagine, from any more dings and scratches. At least I would assume so, to some degree, perhaps. And it's free to me for the installation, the removal. It's guaranteed income. Why not? Little caveat, one caveat here is you are going to have it on your vehicle the entire time. It does not come off in 6 months. You drive a lot in 6 months. So let's just say if you're driving anywhere that you want to make an impression, if you're going out on dates maybe, or if you're driving your car in part for business, just keep in mind you may have a 24-hour fitness, Rite Aid, Petco advertisement on it. So consider that. Some of the things you may not think about, say, oh, it's people are going to see this wrap every single place that I go. So you may not mind, but just throwing that out there. Holy City Driver, also voice to text. You guys with the voice to text today. Nam Lee actually highlights a smaller campaign. Looks like Nam Lee got a 3-month campaign making $5 to $9 a day. Why don't we run the numbers on that? So let's say $9. Let's say it's $9 a day. I imagine it varies based on how much they drive during the day. If they get the $5 or if they get the $9 or when they drive, where they drive. But $270 a month for assuming it's $9 a day. That's a 3-month campaign. Nam Lee, is that a full wrap, a panel, or a partial? I would not do 270. That's just below my threshold. For a full car wrap, I would not do 270. It's good income. It's hard to say no to 270 a month, but it's right on the threshold of cost benefit. I mean, you got to have a line. And hey, it's nothing wrong with taking 270, but I think for what I'm using my car for, I use my car for a lot that I would need just to make it make sense for me. Yeah, 300 would be my number. Any other questions, guys? This is interesting. So, in short, I have still not been offered a campaign. Let's show you guys again here. If you're just joining, by the way. I've still not been offered a campaign, and let me plug this computer in so we don't lose you guys. Perfect. I've still not been given a campaign, although I've driven, you can see today, I mean, not a ton, this week, this month, and this year. So I've driven almost 2,600 miles using their system in 3 months, and I've not gotten a campaign. I would love to at least get a campaign, and who knows, maybe someone from Wrapify is watching this or watching the rebroadcast, and perhaps maybe you want to look at my account. Who knows, guys? But at least to give me an idea of how it is, if it's viable, if I get that number that we were seeking there. But that's the number. That's the number right there, and I still have yet to get one. But again, hey, there's a lot of things to consider here. Is your market maybe looking for this or not? I don't know. Any other final questions, guys? And I appreciate you being here. By the way, before you go, there's a lot of recommended videos over there on YouTube, guys. There's a lot of them. Or you may want to check out the videos we have here on the channel. Speaking of, if you are getting value from this live stream, from the content here, if you haven't done so already, it's hover that mouse over. It takes a half a second. If you can leave a like on this video, shows me that you guys get value, that you guys like these live streams. The content on the channel gets more people in here, more eyes on the channel, more people on the Your Driver Mike team, and of course, since we're on YouTube, it boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm, which always helps, by the way. Leave a like on that video. Namely says they have a partial wrap, $270 a month. See, partial, I would do partial for $270. For a partial wrap, which we saw is about a half of your car to 3/4 of your vehicle, for $270, I probably would. But again, I mean, it's a wrap's a wrap. If it's 3/4 or if it's the full thing, it's still gonna, again, make the impression everywhere you go. Do you want that? But hey, there's a lot to consider there. Joke's on You says it's an easy decision. If you hate your car like me, I'll wrap it in a heartbeat. That's a funny one. And hey guys, it's a 2010 Dodge Caliber. That's kind of dirty right now. It needs a car wash, but it's not not a 5 Series. It's not a Tesla Model 3. It's a pretty modest vehicle. It is a 2010 with 126,000 miles, and knock on wood. We do need to get it serviced, as you may know. But I have no problem wrapping that car. Again, it's not permanent. It's free to put on, to take off. It's a 6-month campaign. Nam Lee says a 3-month campaign. That's why we're talking about it. It's about helping you guys make more money in the gig economy to maximize your income for the time that you're investing, and giving you plenty of options. We always talk about revenue diversity, right? Diversifying your revenue streams, affiliate income, Uber, Lyft, other rideshare, maybe Bounce here if you're in San Diego, delivery, Amazon Flex, Grubhub, DoorDash, TaskRabbit in some markets. You can do this. You can do Wrapify. I mean, you can flip on eBay. I've even done that. I've even flipped on eBay for a little bit. So again, earning the most while investing the minimal amount of time and stacking your income. If I'm out there for an hour doing something, if you're on rideshare and you're driving for an hour, you can make, let's say you do pretty good, you make $20 in the hour on fares. Cargo can help you earn an extra, I don't know, $5, whatever it is, depends on how many sales you make, how many passengers, etc. You can make more than that. So now your 25 goes to, your 20 goes to 25, okay? And if you drive for 4 hours that day, if you drive for 6 hours, that's extra money, an extra $30, $40. Do that every single day, plus Wrapify, you're making now hundreds extra a month. That's the goal there. Joke's on you, but it's got to be okay for rideshare. Exactly. Keep that in mind, guys. Okay. If this is allowable for rideshare, I would double check with a Greenlight hub or Lyft support if you're thinking about, again, log the miles. Once you get the campaign, I think that's the time to do it. You can certainly ask beforehand, if you don't even want to log the miles, but you don't even have to do something like rideshare to look into Wrapify. And damn Lee, there is a cap on how much you can earn. Sometimes it's $5, sometimes $7. It's not clear. Nam Lee's provided some good information here as far as earnings caps. And that, who knows, maybe that varies in each market. Coco says, hello, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So guys, I think that's about it. You guys have provided some fantastic questions. I'll keep you in the know. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to follow across socials. We're on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and each one of those gives you guys a different experience. Snapchat, Instagram, we're posting stories on there almost daily, giving you an inside look of the day-to-day of what I'm doing, video content for you, scooter charging, delivery, giving you an inside look, again, on the day-to-day if you want to see that. On Twitter, Twitter is a great outlet for news. We're posting a lot of articles. We're posting teasers. We're posting collabs. We're posting tips. We're posting all of that on Twitter. So if you're subscribed here on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. We have now passed 4,500 subscribers. By the way, if you've made it this far, if you're watching in the live stream or if you're watching the rebroadcast, I'm going to tell you something that no one else is going to know. And that is a reward for hanging on this live stream, watching the content. It's not huge, right? But I'll give you a little spoiler alert. We just passed 4,500 subscribers. We are set to hit 5,000 subscribers in about maybe a month or so. 40 days, 45 days, we're trending at. So I want to set something up, hopefully as big as possible for you guys. Multiple giveaways, anything I can do there for 5,000 subscribers. That's going to be a big milestone. So I'm in the process of reaching out to several companies, seeing what we can do for you guys, doing some giveaways. And we've had some good giveaways here in the channel. We've given out $250 Van True N2 Pro dash cams. Little do, John, a big super. There it goes. There it goes. I like the orange. Look at that. Hold on, guys. Yes, it does stop me in my tracks. Yes, it does. Check it out. We gotta give you the full screen for this. Little dude with a $20 bomb, the donation. That's awesome. What's up, Mike? This is the friendly guy. Other account got lost. I miss you and have been catching up with your videos. Awesome. What is this Wrapify that you talk about? Just join the broadcast. Little dude, hey, thanks for the $20. I think it's the biggest super chat we've ever gotten. You get the sunset orange here. I'm loving that color. That's awesome. I'm sorry, sun. Oh my gosh. Little dude, thank you for that $20 super chat, aka the friendly guy. I do remember that channel. Little dude, we are talking about. Click on the wrong button. There we go. Wrapify and the earnings potential for Wrapify. Definitely rewind the stream. We are closing it up here, but we go into a lot. We show you the app. We show you the dashboard online. We talk about what it is, qualifications, earnings potentials. It's a big live stream. This is a lot. So definitely rewatch that. I appreciate you being here. So guys, that completely threw me. Somebody remind me what we were talking about. Oh my goodness. But I think that was about it. Chocolate Slayer, hey, I've seen Uber cars with LCD displays on top of their car with ads running. Have you seen that? On top of their vehicle? I mean, I've seen light up Uber taxi-ish signs on top of vehicles. I've seen light up signs that I use. There's the beacon now, of course, but I've heard of ads inside the car. Is that what it is, I assume? I don't know. Fernando says, what proof they need that you are driving the car? That is a great question. I do not know. I'm not even going to go into the options there of how that could be exploited, but you know what? I wonder if they even care who drives the vehicle, because their goal is to get the most exposure for that ad. So why would it matter who's driving the vehicle? They just want that car on the road as much as possible to get the most exposure of that ad. And if you're sharing that car with somebody else, it shouldn't really matter. And you just handle on the back end how you split that income if you want to split it. Maybe it's yourself and a spouse, what have you. Then you don't necessarily need to split it, perhaps. As always, look in the terms of service. I mean, that doesn't mean that there's not restrictions there. I don't know. So you may want to check on the terms of service. But I'm not sure if that's a requirement, if it has to be a certain driver, or if that can, again, a family car, right, a shared vehicle. Obviously, you can get more miles on that. Timothy Wong, great information. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we're doing something different today. It's, again, giving you videos where you can search on the channel. Hey, I want to learn more about Wrapify. You can type in Wrapify. What's this Lime? What's Bird? What's Amazon Flex? How about Uber? How about Lyft? That is all on the channel. So if you know somebody that's interested, oh, by the way, I don't know if I should, I'm not going to share it yet. But that reminds me of what we were talking about. We really need to wrap it up. I know, wrap it up again. There's the pun. But we're talking about spoilers for the 5,000 subscriber live stream. So I want to get you guys some big giveaways. If I can do some big giveaways, I will. I'll see what I can make happen. I have a few ideas, but I'll do what I can for you on a 5K live stream. I think that's going to be pretty big. Timothy says, yeah, cars in Milwaukee have a light up Uber fixture. Yeah, okay, that I have seen. Yeah, the light up Uber fixture. It says Uber, and it's looks like a taxi kind of thing. I mean, you can do that, right? Now, again, we're always throwing asterisks in things. It's where permitted by law. If there's not any city-specific laws that says you can't do that, it's only reserved for taxis. So again, it's not meant to be legal advice. And make sure you're satisfying all laws, local and state. Of course, there's our disclaimer. I'm trying to catch up with everything here. One more comment, Fernando. So if hypothetically I have my old car wrapped and then use a fake GPS app on my phone to give the impression that I'm driving around town, obviously that would be cheating. Obviously that would be cheating, yes. And I mean, I'm not in their analytics team or in their tech team. I'm sure there's safeguards on fraud and all that, but that's on their end. I'm not sure how much tech they have behind that. So that's it, guys. Let me reset this one more time. And again, that's a bomb super chat from Little Do, aka the friendly guy. Very appreciated. There we go, reset. So guys, that's about it. We went a little longer than I thought it would, because we need to get out there for some scooters soon. But I do appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have any other questions down below in the comments. Great conversation today, and this is good. I want to present some new options for you guys. Talk about these staples, but also talk about any new options, right? And maybe we'll do a live stream on Amazon Flex. So if you're interested in Amazon Flex live stream to answer specific questions, or the Lime charging, if you have specific questions, we can always do a live stream there, or cargo. We can do a sales training, service training, and questions live stream specifically on cargo as well. Fernando, thanks for your video, buddy. I appreciate you guys being here, everyone. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Leave a like on your way out if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in the next one.